Hi, Bookie. Good evening, good morning, from whatever time that you're hearing me. It's a pleasure to be your moderator today. And I am super delighted to be here also with you. And as we all know, it's another moment for our town hall meeting. And I hope that we are all prepared and we have our questions ready. Yes, our writing materials also, because this promises to be super insightful. I really can't wait to see how this unfolds. So, if you're not too busy, I'd like to see how excited you are with your favorite emoji. You guys can see today that I'm very calm, right? I don't have strength to show too much power. Yeah, I actually love the energy. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hi, Mano. Hi, Leko. Hello, Olanio. Pleased to meet you. Thank you guys for coming. Hi, Julian. Then there's this lady that said she was going to be here. I don't know her name. I just hope that she's going to be on the call too. I'm very well. Thank you. My day also went well. Thank you for asking, Leko. So we are gonna kickstart soon. Let's just give our latecomers 3 minutes more. Yes, so they can actually join us on the call. But I am happy. Y'all know what time it is, isn't it? In it. Okay. Yeah, my day actually went well. Can you hear me? She's around. Can you hear me? I don't know if it's from your end. Okay, yeah. Or just like you can hear me. If you can't hear me, please just say so. So I'll just check it from my end. But I really do hope. Oh yes, Tapelo also said Tapelo Yampele, my friend from South Africa. Okay, so hey everyone. Hi Lucky. If you know somebody that's supposed to be here and they are not, please do well to call them or send a message that we have started. You see some of us can't hear you. I think you may need to leave the call and join again. Let's see if the problem still persists. Okay, so today is gonna be different. Today is going to be insightful, really impactful because we have our favorite guest. If you see the man that if you see the person that we actually brought for this town hall meeting, oh my goodness, you guys, you don't know what you're missing out on if you're not here. I promise, really, because it is powerful, really, 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 really powerful. If you can't hear me, please just leave the call and join again. Let's just see if that works. Hi, Adedoyin. Hi, everybody. So we have just 1 more minute before we go into why we're here today. Okay, so I don't want to take our time, and I don't want it to be like we're waiting for people that do not want to be here. I don't know what you'll be doing on a Saturday if not joining this town hall meeting. Really, I don't know. What other thing is more important than being here with us? Eh? Tell me, ask yourself, what? Nothing. People are partying. And this is our 101 there. We're gonna bask in this meeting. So once already go. Again, I want to see the emojis coming because we're about to kickstart now. Are you guys happy? Go UBI, go UBI, go. Hi, my darlings. It's a pleasure to be your moderator for today's session. And I am super delighted to be here again, same time this week. I'm so happy. I'm beyond thrilled to be here. I know most of you are not just here to listen. You're here because you love my voice. I know, clock it. And I'm also here because I love my voice also. And I'm here because I'm here for all of the goodness that this meeting actually bestows upon us. So it's good to have you here again. Even though I'm not really happy with the number, but I'm grateful for every one of you that still had to show up. I mean, you left your busy schedule, whatever it is that you would have done. But you're here today, and it's a pleasure to be your moderator. I know most of you do not know my name. I am Benny with distinction, preferably called. And I want you to know that I love every one of you, from Ezekiel to Olaniyo to Sikalo to Muhammad to Temi Dayo, my man. I love every one of you. If I did not mention your name, I don't want you to take it so hard, okay? I see you, and I am honored to be in your midst today. So I don't know how this is supposed to go, but we already heard the story behind TRAN. We already know where we're supposed to be here. So please just give me a minute of your time. Don't worry. I love this emojis, though. I don't want to go. Hell God. Anyway, please permit me, my Lord, my King and my Queen. Please permit me, okay? Should I kneel? I gotta go for a minute, but I'll be back soon. Don't go anywhere. I'm coming. All right. No, I didn't die. The emoji is not enough. You guys keep shooting the emojis. If you don't like our emojis, please exit the meeting. All right. Okay. So who do we have today? I'm back on the call. We have somebody that I'm not sure you guys have met him before, but I have. Anyway, in 4K, I've met him, and he's a force. When I say this man is a force, I'm not joking. It's not the regular. Really, it's not the regular, and it's not something that you've seen anywhere. It's not something that you've heard. This is our 001. You know when we say 001? This is our 001 for today. I'm supposed to introduce him now, but again, I need to still be gone for a minute. So please permit me, okay? Imagine I'm taking permission from you guys. Well, that's what we call courtesy. So I'm gonna be back here in 45 seconds, okay? Dizzy King, nobody is spamming here. If you don't want the emojis, please exit the call, okay? You can't decide for us how we should run our show. If you don't want to be here, please leave, all right? I appreciate you. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Okay, I'm back, guys. So just tell me in one sentence, how was your week? How did it go for you? How are you able to face the challenges? In one sentence, I didn't say you should give me paragraphs. All right, we're not in university. I'm not marking scripts here. Good, intensive. Favor said overwhelming. Please keep the commentaries coming. Ah, come for a while. I smell my love. Oh, man, I said tiring. The first week since we came into cybersecurity, or sorry. Do you want warm hugs? My arms are actually wide open. Okay, gift said sweeping. Lincoln said rigorous and not just stage zero. Yeah. Who is this guy raising up his hand? You've been raising up your hand for minutes. Is it not painful? Caleb said intensive. Sorry. You guys haven't seen anything, okay? More shege to come. Okay, Favor said she was literally questioning her life decision, but it was absolutely worth it. Still cooking my write up. Fine. And please, if you want to tag me, please tag me properly, okay? I don't want to read the messages later on and then see that, oh my god, what the hell? All right, let me hear from Muhammad. I mean, what do you have to say? Your hands have been raised up for a while now. Do you want to say anything? Please speak if you've got something to say. I don't like when you come on a call and you don't know how to use your buttons properly. Why raise your hand if you don't have anything to say? Am I gonna teach you working ethics? We'll teach you cyber, we'll teach you meeting ethics again. Please pick a struggle. I'm not angry at it. I'm not, but I don't like it when people just come and misbehave on our show. Why? If you don't know how to use Google Meet, how then will you use Teams? For those of you that said it was challenging, I'm so sorry. Okay, I actually wish I could make it easy, but I'm sorry, that's beyond my control. I don't know if our speaker is here. Let me confirm. Is you love what that way? You love raising up your hand. Ha! Are you sure it's not your village people that are against you? Because why would you want to raise your hand when you don't have anything to say? Nah, we don't want you. Okay. Thank you so much for volunteering. Mm. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh. So while we're still waiting for our speaker, while we're still waiting for our founder, yeah, for other reasons, let's still keep chit chatting. So, hi, Adeyanju, Michael. Good to have you here. It's a pleasure to meeting with you virtually. Thank you for the honor. And I said I was gonna share vouchers for the first 200 participants. You guys, I just got the information. Let me share with y'all. Emojis, please. Let's keep the emojis coming. Let's keep the emojis coming. Let's keep the emojis coming. Okay, so let me tell you who we want to introduce right now. When I said he's the first, I wasn't joking. He is the formidable speaker, the indomitable person that you've never ever met in the whole of cybersecurity game. With a clapping ovation, guys, and your favorite emoji, I want us to welcome somebody that has always won my heart from afar. He's a senior security engineer at Multigate Payments Limited, a regulated fintech in Lagos, Nigeria, where he actually leads application security, cloud security, DevOps. Oh my goodness. And outside his day role, he's the lead security consultant. Oh my God. Oh my God. The lead security consultant at Hackround Technology, a penetration testing and security advisory firm. Clock it, guys. Clock it. You've never heard this before, trust me. Only one person. Only one man. Are you sure you're real? Mr. Michael, are you sure you're real? And do you know what actually makes his story really worth hearing? It's actually where he started. He wasn't even into anything related to computing. He had no computer science degree. He was actually in the mechanical engineering part. And since then, he has built a career spanning offensive security, defense, and governance. He has spoken at Google DevX. Clock it again, guys. It be like saying an AI. It's not AI, oh. This is somebody that is super amazing. And he has also served as a technical reviewer and a published book on red teaming and penetration testing. Again, with your favorite emoji and the clapping ovation, please welcome Mr. Michael Adeyanju. Your hands are not too busy, guys. Your hands are not too busy. Let's welcome our indomitable speaker. A first to welcome him. Oh my God. Hi, Mr. Michael. Good to have you here. Oh my gosh, you look so good. Good to see you now, sir. You can have the floor.
Oh my
Thank
days.
you.
Your energy is here. I've just been here observing you guys and I'm like, what's this? What's going on? Your energy is really, really positive, I must
Oh,
say.
thank you so much. A pleasure.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Yeah, someone was saying it is AI. Although, yeah, those things are a lot. I mean, I was still on a call with a friend today, telling her the things I'm working on, and most of my friends are like, is Michael a real person? Because if I should tell you the things I'm working. I'm currently doing my master's in business administration.
Sir, are you real? Are you sure you're real?
So I take on a lot of things. I really do take on a lot of things. So if you're doubting if I'm real with all the things I do, I don't even know. It's just God. So yeah, a little bit of introduction about myself before I dive into my story. About me. My name is Adeyanju Michael. I'm a security engineer at um, a fintech. Let me put it that way. But the fintech is not just a fintech; it's an innovative fintech that is building a product which is very innovative, not just your regular cross-border payment. Also, I've done a couple of stuff, right? But today is not even just about me. Let's move it one side, and because I'm here to, should I say, inspire a lot of people. And the logic here is just to live an impactful life Right. And one thing I would say right before I start talking about my journey is it has to be like it, you cannot say, "Oh, I'm very good at this." Just put God first. Let me put it that way. Then we'll now talk about the story. Just put God first. If you're a Muslim, put Allah first. You understand? Then everything is possible. That's just one thing I would say. Give me a moment. Let me share my screen so I can tell you a little bit about my story. Okay. Please, everyone should confirm they can see my screen. All right. Let me see. Okay, so I don't know if you know where they call Yanoyesiota is in Ogun State, or you could, you know, the what we call let's say Songwater. Yeah, that was where I grew up. Although I moved to Songwater around 2007, and I moved out of Water 2019 completely to Lagos to start my ND. So I grew up in Yanoyesiota, where electricity was unreliable and internet was a luxury. And the major thing that was keeping the fire burning in me alive was curiosity. That was just the only thing. I knew I had passion for cybersecurity. I know I would do a lot of great things in cybersecurity, but I just believe I'm not in that space yet where I could thrive. So I was there. I'm talking way back as 2018, 2019. Yes, that was when I was like, I would do cybersecurity. So that was where I grew up, and I'm a living testimony that where you're coming from does not define who you're going to become. You can do a lot of great things regardless of where you're coming from. You can be a lot of like you can be a lot of things, a lot of great things, regardless of where you're coming from. Just believe you can do it. And I'm not here to tell a story of Perspire to Acquire. I'm not here to motivate you. I'm here to tell you the real work behind it because it's not funny. You can see my face is swollen, and it's not because I'm big. It is because I have not been sleeping properly. And it was just a journey of, should I say, you are just there, like you are enjoying the journey. You're putting in the work. That's just it. And you love what you're doing. Even when you're tired, you're still going like, I'm here and I'm here to stay. Anyways, let's move on to the next slide. Mechanical engineering was my dad's first choice. Curiosity led me somewhere else. Yeah, it was a struggle. I got my first laptop 2019, no, 2018 from my uncle in the UK. And back then, it was a struggle where my dad was like, you can do mechanical engineering. Like, you have to do mechanical engineering because my dad was a mechanical engineer. And I was like, I don't even know what I want to do. Like, you did not even give me a chance to choose what I want to do. You were just putting it to my face that, okay, you have to do mechanical engineering. And I'm like, okay, that's fine, no problem. I'll do mechanical engineering. So the first year, which was around 2017, I tried out Unilag for mechanical engineering. I did not get admission. So 2018, I wrote another jam. I did not get into ASU. You notice I'm not living in Lagos. It's just Lagos. And What was Jam doing during those years? Jam was adding four marks to my mark. So the first year was 220. The second year was 224. And the third year was 228, which I now used to get. I used finally to get an admission into Yaba Tech as of 2019. And it was crazy then because I was on the last straw that third year. I said, if I'm not able to gain an admission into mechanical engineering, my dad should leave me alone and he should allow me to go and do ethical hacking. That was what I said. I just said ethical hacking. So I gained admission and I came out on merit. It wasn't even because maybe I know somebody. No, no, no. It was pure merit. So I was not dull. Yeah, I can say that. I was not dull. So moving on, I gained admission. I started my national diploma in mechanical engineering. It was not funny. And moving on, I I was learning cybersecurity in school, self-taught. And the reason why cybersecurity was self-taught for me was because I could not afford the training then. And my dad wanted mechanical. So you can't go and tell him that you want to study something that he's not even interested in, then he's not going to sponsor it, obviously. So the first YouTube I watched was the Cyber Mentor. About there's this stream that he recorded. I watched the video and that gave me an insight into cybersecurity. But me, the thing there is that was not the beginning entirely. I already just have this scratch knowledge of okay, I want to learn cybersecurity, go online, check things, and then come back. So I reached out to somebody back then that I was looking up to, like, can you teach me this thing? And I was like, I should bring 300K as of 2017. You know what 300K is back then? I can't afford it. So I think 2018, then my uncle sent me a laptop. Then 2019, I had a laptop. I was in school, and I'm like, I can't be watching this laptop. So what did I do? I did not learn cybersecurity straight. I was learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Laravel, Django, MongoDB, all the stuff. I was just learning. And I'm like, this things are not working for me. Although I was very good at it because it got to a point I was helping some data science students write Python script and all of that. And I'm like, I don't like this thing. It's too stressful. But I wanted cybersecurity. But the only thing for me was I was not able to measure how much I know in cybersecurity. There was nobody to guide me. There was no mentor. And I was in school. I was trying to maintain a good grade as well. So it was just crazy. I think 2019, 2020, 2021, I was like, what do I really want to do about the cybersecurity everything? I need to know what I'm doing. Like I have to decide. So I started auditing myself. And I think the next thing I did was I started looking for events, conferences in Lagos. Because I was in Lagos, I was in school, and started going for events. The first event I went to was in a hotel as of 2019. Unfortunately, I really wish I could get like my old pictures and show you guys this on how I look back then. But it was 2019, I mean 2021. I went to a hotel for an event, and I was just there. I was just trying to explore, try to meet a lot of people who are doing cybersecurity. But let me not lie to you, cybersecurity now was not the way cybersecurity is back then. If you look at the community now, there are a lot of people. They can help you. Back then, before you can see an ethical hacker, before you can see somebody that is telling you they are doing cybersecurity, I mean cybersecurity is not common. You will not see. I'm not even joking. So what did I do? I was going for events. I think I met somebody. Yes, the person was my mentor then, not like a major mentor. It was just somebody I could talk to, so I can call him. And then he told me, Michael, you have a resume. You've done a couple of things at that time because I started learning in 2019 down to 2022. It was like you've done a couple of things early 2022, and he said, write out your accomplishment list. Let me show you the accomplishment list if I'm able to get it. Just give me a moment. I have an accomplishment list of everything I've done in cybersecurity. So when I'm applying for a job, okay, this is good. So now you can see that this is when 2022. Can you see it? 2022. So you can see like the story is real. Now, if I open this, you see the things I could do back then as an ethical hacker or as a penetration tester. Now, I'm even calling myself a junior back then. So I did a couple of things, web application vulnerability assessment. Um, I found an authenticated DOM-based XSS on Toyota's website. There was no try on that one. Precious, you want to mute your mic? Okay. Then I built an offensive security lab, which a couple of you have been doing, gain an unauthorized access to my school database back then through an SQL injection. I had a couple of things that a recruiter was looking for. And that was how I started applying for jobs. I started applying for jobs and I used the accomplishment list, I attach it to it, and I just go for it. So then I even apply for jobs that I see senior on, I'll just go apply for the job. Believing if I talk to the person interviewing me, you obviously would see that he needs to give me a chance and for me to break it. And April 2022, I had an interview. It was an internship. No, right before then, I was asking for communities, and that was when Niger Sec Force was a thing. Now, Niger Sec Force is active currently, but not like really, really, really active. Do you understand? And I was asking questions. I said I need to join Nigeria Sec Force. Nigeria Sec Force was on Telegram. You can't join Nigeria Sec Force if they don't know you. Someone in Nigeria Sec Force needs to know you, and then they will vet your LinkedIn to tell you to join the community. It's always a one-time link to join Nigeria Security Force back then. So I was able to get into that community, and I was just sitting there, not doing much. I don't talk because I don't even believe my knowledge is what something would do. Someone would want to listen to at that point. And then I moved on to. So there was a day I reached out to Rotimi, which is the owner of the community, and I told him I want to drop a message on the group. I wish I could even show you my Telegram chat. This was April 2022, I guess. And I dropped a message on the group that I'm looking for an internship, yada yada. Yada. I wish I can show you guys the screenshots because this story is real. I'm not even making any of it up. I did not even really prepare for this session because I'm just telling my story. Now, I dropped the message on the group and someone dropped a message, which is currently my mentor now. Said, Michael, send a resume. So I sent my CV and I sent my accomplishment list as well. And we had an interview. And that was it. So I had the interview for the internship and he said, Michael, I have 2 slots. I'm giving you 1 slot on this call. I'm giving you 1 slot on this call. HR is on this call. They will message you. They'll reach out to you. Welcome on board. That was it. Now from there, I joined Venture Garden Group. Now, Venture Garden Group was a major company that has a lot of sister companies. Now, I joined them. There is a part of my story that is very, very funny, please. And I want you guys to not believe you cannot do anything. You can do anything. You don't even need anybody's approval. Now, the logic there is I got the job as an intern, and then cloud environment, they gave us read access. There was no, it's like you can't do much. You just sit there, sit in the environment. They will take you to a meeting, join a meeting. Okay, Michael, we're doing this. You see all those things. But then I was very solid on pen testing. Right. Now, doing pen testing, I had to now start doing pen testing for different businesses. So I was the major pen test guy on the team. At that time, I was in my internship. And the day I wrote my first executive reports, everyone on the team was like, this is way, way better than any third-party business would give us. That was where everything started. I was like, wow, so I'm this good. Do you understand? That was where everything started for me. And I was like, I wrote the pen test reports, password the file, send it to the necessary party. It was a full-blown business. You can check it out. Venture Garden Group is a major partner group to a lot of like startups. Let's say like 7 major startups back then: fintech, edtech, aviation, power tech, health tech. Yes, those were the solutions I was working on back then as an intern. Now, this is the thing. Don't forget I had my ND. Nobody on my team knows I'm a national diploma holder. They thought I'm done with school. Now, I know that issue will come up later. What did I do? I got myself into projects when I was working. So there was a new company coming up. I started doing their project. So my manager really trusts me. I earned this trust to the point where he would give me project to go and do. Okay, Michael, do the meeting, do the scoping. If there's anything, like I had the best manager all through my career. Even till today, I have the best managers. They will leave me alone to go and do stuff. And if I mess up, they'll still be like, okay, you should have done it this way. I had the greatest manager till date, even the best mentor till date. Now, I would do that, and then I would even call meeting. Okay, I need to have a meeting with the CTO. And everybody was, I was like, so people could listen to me. Do you understand? It put me at a point of value, like I have value. And I did that. I was turning in reports. And it got to a point where I finished my internship in December. And my manager was like, hey, Michael, we're looking to offer you full-time employment. Well, please, can you send in your HND certificate? And I was like, sir, I'm a national diploma holder. He said, Michael, are you serious? You're not done with school. I said, yes, sir, I'm not done with school. He said, okay, give me a minute, I'm coming. So they had to go and speak to the CTO. Then, and I was waiting for a feedback because I really did not want to lose that job. That was my break into cybersecurity. And you know what it is. If I should lose it, starting from scratch again as an intern would be very, 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 very weird. So what did I do? I was just there. I think then I know they were going to ask me, why should we retain you? So I wrote a letter. I don't know if I have that letter here of why they should retain me. I don't think I have it yet. So I wrote a letter. The CTO asked me to write a letter as to why they should retain me on contract because they don't really do that. Now, I wrote the letter and I sent it to my manager so that my manager can send it to the CTO. And my manager asked me, were you preparing for this? I said, sir, I was preparing for this. I was preparing for all these things that is happening here. I was prepared. I knew what would happen. And from there, and that was how I got the contract role. And I was there for like 2 years. And now I moved on to where I am currently. Now, the logic there is you can do anything. See, if there are policies, if there are rules in place as to how something should be done, believe when it gets to your turn, they will adjust that policy because of you. But you need to come with great value. I'm not even joking. If you don't have value, they won't put in words for you. They won't recommend you. They won't be able to say, oh, this is what you need. This is what we can do for you. Nobody will say that to you. Do you understand? So you need to have some level of value that you're bringing to the table, which nobody can negotiate with. At that time, I was the lead pen test on that team, and I was doing it well. So nobody should tell you nothing is possible. Now that you started learning cybersecurity, or you're learning cybersecurity, pitch your put your voice out there, speak. Worst that could happen is somebody will correct you, and you go back to the drawing table and you learn and you come back again. Don't ever see a reason why you should shut down your own charisma or you should kill your own energy. Do you understand? Now, the HP Pavilion system changed everything, which I already mentioned. I got an HP Pavilion DV6 from my uncle, and that laptop was what changed everything for me. I don't I don't know what would have happened if I don't have a laptop. I used that laptop to the point where the carcass of that laptop, the screw, was not working again. I had to buy I had to give it to an engineer to do, and they had to put this 4 minutes gum or 5 minutes gum. They had to put it across it, so I had to seal it, and it took a lot of reworking for that device to survive. Then it got to a point, and I started making some money, and I was like, okay, yeah, fine. I can still make use of it. Now, the funny part was there was a part of my story that I think I skipped a little bit. Was midnight data bundles. The sleep could wait. I've not been sleeping. Like I don't sleep that much back then. And the thing is, I told you my dad wanted me to do mechanical engineering. And what did he do? So he enrolled me for an apprenticeship. I don't know why I'm calling it apprenticeship. Mulokoshe, that's what Yoruba people call it. I went to learn generator mechanic so that I would not have time to use my device. So at the time I had the laptop, he made sure I was enrolled in generator mechanics so that I can already have practical knowledge when I'm leaving school. So I would go, then I was a songwriter, then you come and work in Ikoyi to service generator. And you get back home by, let's say, 10 o'clock. And when you get back home, you can't do much. There's not even money to buy data. So I had two MTS SIMs. This MTN will do 25 naira for, is it 1.5 gig or 500 MB? Now I will do that. Then I'll put it in the phone. And a very big thank you to my mom. My mom was like on standby for me in the night. She knows this boy will buy 100 naira card, 200 naira card. So she'll put it. So I just know I just have to wake up like, please, I need 100 naira cards. And I don't really have much. Adezi, you're raising your hand. I'll take questions after this meeting, after this whole thing. Okay. So she'll give me those cards and I will now start making research. So then I'll just watch a little bit of no, I don't even watch YouTube videos. So there's a cafe that I will go to, and I do all these people are mentioning they're still part of my life till now. I'll go to the cafe, the man has a Spectranet, and when you get to the cafe, they have a lot of devices that are connected to the cafe, to the Wi-Fi. So there is a script then that I'll run on GitHub that will jam the Wi-Fi. So it will scatter the whole people that are connected. It will just disconnect everybody. So me, I'll quickly see a slot to join. So if you have about 10 people connected to the network, you can't join again. So you have to I just come in, run a script, then everybody will be disconnected. Then I will now see like a spot for myself. Now, by getting that spot, I want to download. If you're downloading a 12 hours course, it's a lot of gig. You can't really pay for it, only if you're a big boy. Do you understand? Now, you now enter that slot, you now start downloading. At this moment, notice that, what's happening? Who is using my network like this? So what do? They will block my MAC address. I now installed a spoofer. Call it MAC address spoofer. Now, when I install that MAC address spoofer, I will rotate my MAC address. So you will now, like, a different MAC address will connect to that same network because it's Wi-Fi card. Do you understand? Now, I'll connect again, continue downloading. Do you see those 15 Naira card or 25 Naira card that I'm doing? Is for me to go and practice what that video will show me. Now, if that video should say I should go and download VirtualBox, I cannot afford VirtualBox. I will use the data to say, okay, you know what? Tomorrow, when I get to the cafe, the first thing I'm downloading is what? Is VirtualBox. So I need the internet. So that's the way it is. Do you understand? So it was a struggle back then. Then, in school, working and all of that. Yeah, but there was no community. Discovering ethical hacking and discovering my purpose. There was no community. I think I already mentioned this. There's no community. There was nobody to tell me this is what you are doing right, this is what you are doing wrong. I was just doing it. It got to a point I was tired and I had to tell myself, like, okay, what are the things I know how to do? And now I brought out the book. I was like, okay, I can hack Wi-Fi. I can. And I was like, oh my days, what do I even know? What am I doing in this field? So there have been moments like that I just doubt myself and I'm like, am I really ready for this career path I'm looking to explore? But then I was just there enjoying the journey, honestly. I was just there enjoying the journey and, the whole process. I was not really looking for money. I will be very honest about that. My parents were okay, like they were providing for me. Not like I had all the things I needed, but then just that, I mean, from the story, you could tell the way my background is a very like humble beginning. So I made use of what I have to get what I need. And if there is a will, there is a way. All those stories of, you see, and that's why it looks like I don't really pity people anymore. Because the more you achieve a lot of things, the more you not see a reason why to listen to people's story unnecessarily. People give excuse. Oh, I want to learn cybersecurity. Okay, what have you done? Um, People are saying cybersecurity is very hard. And I'm like, okay, are you done? Because I'm not interested in this conversation. So people will give excuse, but I don't believe in it. I will never listen to it. If you really want to do it, you will find a way around it. You will really achieve it. Like I've been in rooms where I do not even believe I would be. And there were a lot of people who contributed to my journey while I was growing. And it was because someone just gave me a chance. Now, if someone is not giving you a chance, you still need to prove yourself more and you need to expand your cost. Do you understand? You need to expand your cost. Like you need to talk to more people. You've not spoken. How many people have you spoken to today about your career, about your journey, about what you're doing? If you're looking for a job, it's not even by saying, "Oh, um, I'm applying." Why are you applying? Why are you applying directly? Have you tried to look for the HR's number? Have you tried to look for the CTO's number? Have you done cold calling, where you'll be calling the company to talk about your career path? Okay, I can do this. I can do this. Have you tried those parts? And these things are secrets that I'm spilling to you because see, some jobs you will not get them through application. A lot of people are better than you. Not even nowadays that we have a TS system, but you want to find a way. You want to find a way to get into this. And if you are really, 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 really good, they will cut off a lot of people because of you. Even a lot of people would apply, and somebody will just be like, I have somebody, and I believe it's good. And let me bring this person in. But back then, there was no community. There was no community. I was just on my own. Even I was using an HP um, Pavilion. No, not HP Pavilion. After my HP Pavilion DV6, I got HP ZBook 17. Let me show you how that laptop looks like. HP ZBook 17. The laptop was 17 inches. It was a powerful system. I think it was a G5 or so. It was a powerful system, but it was heavy. That's where I'm going to. So I will go to school. This is the laptop. Yeah, I'm sure it should be the laptop. Yes. So you can see the bottom part of the laptop. You see how thick it is. So this laptop, I will carry this laptop, then I'll carry all my books. So from one class to the other, people just carry like, who is this? Why is this boy stressing himself out? Back in my ND days, right when I came back from my HND. So it was crazy then, but I know what I wanted
Number.
to achieve. I know what I wanted to do. Sorry, Timidayo, do you want to mute your mic? And I tried connecting to people outside the country. It was even very hard back then. I won't even lie. It was really, really hard to even get people outside the country because there is no knowledge of, oh, I can use LinkedIn to do this. Nobody was telling me anything. I was just there like, this thing, I'll keep up, I'll keep doing it. So turning skills into real impact was when I started doing a lot of security assessment for businesses, a lot of fintech. I did security assessment for fintech. Nobody taught me how to do a pen test per se at the corporate level. I learned it on the job. So I did it. Do you understand? I did it like I now started doing it. Then I share my report to my manager. They look at it. Okay, this is perfect. Now I know how to write an executive summary report. I know how to write, put a proof of concept, steps to reproduce. That should be that's it. Nobody taught me how, okay, this is what you write. This is, and when I start talking to people, I do allow one-on-one mentorship. But these days, honestly, when the moment if anybody's reaching out to me to talk to me about, oh, I want to do mentorship, and I'm like, don't come to me if you don't even know what you want here, because a lot of Nigerians don't even know what they want when it comes to pen testing. And I'm not saying this to sound rude. It's just that we need to know what we want, and are we willing to put in the see? It's not easy, and it's not going to be easy. Only if you know maybe you have a parent that own a cybersecurity company and they just want to put you as the head, which you will still run away because the work will be hard for you. You understand? So you need to put in the work. You really need to put in the work. If you're willing to learn, if you have a lot of tasks and responsibility, those responsibilities would shape you. Um, this morning I was talking to my mentor because I got overwhelmed over the week, and I told him I found myself in a new environment, and I'm working on a new like I was working with a team that is building an innovative product for the Nigerian space of transaction monitoring and anti-money laundering. And the environment is new. And I'm like, sir, I need to talk to you. So I spoke to him and he was like, I trust you, you figure it out. You understand? So later the conversation was like, he said, Michael, I don't really think you need me. You just want to gist me about this thing. That was what he said. And eventually I had to go and read documentations. And I figured it out. That's the thing. You don't really need anybody to tell you this is what you can do. Nobody will tell you that. Nobody, most especially this cybersecurity space in Nigeria. It is now that you see people that are willing to help, like myself, like the city, the CEO. Yeah, you see people come out and say they are willing to give you access to, because back then people they are not even gatekeeping. They feel bossy about those information, which is normal. And at the end of the day, in cybersecurity, everybody's figuring out what they want to do on the job. So let me now tell you a part of cybersecurity or pen testing that was very was what was it called? Um, a part of cybersecurity that was really good to me, or that was quite shocking to me, was, you see, if and this is for pen testers on this call, you see those Kali Linux, um, was all this terminal stuff that you just do. Do you understand? You you'll be so shocked in a corporate space where you can't even do it. You have the knowledge. It's good to have this knowledge about how you can do stuff in terminal security. And although core security engineering requires automation and all those terminal based stuff, but you see, I'm hacking somebody, I'm trying to break into the application. There's more notes written to it than just pressing your keyboard. I would spend time drawing out a test plan before I do actual tests these days. And I don't, sometimes I'll carry out an entire test. I don't need terminal because I even use a Mac OS. I don't use a terminal. I just have, okay, there's Bob Suite Community Edition or there's Bob Suite Pro. Then connect it, check the proxy, check, okay, this is what you're expecting to come out. If you're doing your A to B test for broken authentication, broken authorization, you know the game. You understand it. Do you understand? You understand what it is. And that's when you'll not be able to say, okay, this is what I want to use to carry out my own task. Only on separate cases, maybe while you're learning. By the end of the day, you just get to find out that some of these things, you might not even use them in a corporate space because you are in a controlled environment. You don't want to break things. If you break anything that's leading to business revenue being at stake at that point, you might be queried. So you are in a controlled environment. And back to what I was saying, turning your skill into real impact, you get exposed to real environment. You get exposed to real environment. If you notice all this Aka1, all this bug crowds, I did a couple of engagements on Aka1. And so before you get an invite to a program, you need to have a particular point on Aka1 before you can get invited to private programs and all of that. I did, but I could not keep up. Reason is because I had a 9 to 5. But if you're looking to become a bug bounty, a bug hunter, and all of that, yeah, that's where you can exploit. You don't even need anybody to tell you, oh, this is what you should be doing. Make your research. You have ChatGPT, you have Cloud. Make your research. You understand? And let me see if I still have any other thing to say. Okay, so a couple of things I was doing: application security, API and integration security, network security, payment security, and getting to know new solutions, new softwares. And I'm like, where do I start from? And your manager tells you, we'll figure it out. I've been on calls around 1 a.m. and my manager was like, I was in the middle of an audit. That was late last year. And he came to me and said, my girl, when the chips are down, it is just you. That was when I knew I was in it. I was in soup. I won't even lie to you. It was a crazy moment of learning new things and figuring it out at the same time. So that was it. That was it. And leading with purpose, building with integrity. I've mentored a lot of people. Nigeria, US, Canada. I've mentored a lot of people. Um, Integrity always, no shortcut, no compromise. Yeah, as of yesterday, I was still telling somebody, if you want to learn cybersecurity, please don't come to me that you want to learn cybersecurity in a month. I'm not even willing to teach you in one-on-one. Please, I'm not willing to teach you one-on-one because this is a journey you choose. You understand? And also, always have clarity and direction. I set the vision, define the strategy, align the team, drive the mission forward. Yeah, leading currently, actually, I use the AI to generate this, and some of these informations here are wrong. It's not multi-gate solutions, it's multi-gate payments limited. You can look it up and see the innovative product I'm talking about. Okay, delivering value. Yeah, as always try as much as we can to deliver value. Continuous growth. I learn, I adapt, I embrace change. So to stay ahead of threat and deliver the best. It's not easy, I won't even lie to you. And it's never going to be easy. But the joy there is you're able to help a lot of people and you're able to tell them, okay, what is the right thing they need to do and focus on as well. So that young boy in Yanoyesi back then, who was using 2 MTN SIM cards to learn, did not want anybody to find themselves in that kind of way. So I went on to create a foundation or initiative called Cyber where I now train people for free. And I have some levels of, should I say, application, where if you get picked, it has to be solid before you can even get in. The fact that you got picked and you're in the program does not mean you graduate in the program, because trust me, it's really tough. I think about last time I did about 30 students and only 10 was able to graduate. And I'm happy with that. You understand? So that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. If you're looking to connect with me, you can check out michaeladeyanju.com. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Twitter as Crowd. And Crowd is coming from the two words. If you look at it, I have that name in my head since 2022. Akawan and Crowd. Akawan and Crowd. And that was where my name came from. Ak and Crowd. So, yeah. And if you just want to reach out to me, I'm more than happy to talk to anybody who wants to talk to me. But like I said, if you're coming to me, come with something that, okay, I just need answer to this question. Not that you're looking for somebody to gist with. No. This is where I am. This is what I'm looking to achieve. Then we'll go straight to the point and everybody's happy. Do you understand? So thank you very much for having me. And I'm more than happy to take on questions on my pathway.
Thank you so much, Michael. Thank you so much. That was such a powerful session. Oh my God, I learned a lot. Woo! Thank you so much for the honor. Thank you for having us here also. And I hope that they all learned truly, right? So they didn't just see the whole thing as motivation, and then when Michael is gone, just goes down the drain. You know how this thing can be very typical, right? But thank you so much for sharing your powerhouse with us. It's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much, Sarah. We are honored. Again, with a clapping ovation, let's say thank you, Michael. Thank you so much. Is it just me or Michael is looking so fine?
Hey, I'm not looking anything close to fine.
All this
I'm
time
really
I'm like,
stressed.
oh my days.
I'm looking really stressed.
You just
I'm not
enter
even
my
looking
eye.
anything close to fine. Oh wow. I'm not looking anything close to
Thank you
fine.
so
You
much.
need to
Well, that's on
see.
a lighter note. We really want to appreciate you again. So if you guys have got questions, please do well to ask. So we're going to be taking just 5 questions. Yeah, because this is past 7. So just 5 questions. Kofo, what's your problem? Are you after me? Which one is second time she's saying it? Ha. Please, oh. Okay, so let's just take 5 questions. All right, I'll make it brief. You don't have to ask questions like it's your life history. If you need further information, you go to his private DM. All right. So 5 questions. Just raise your hand, and I'll pick in ascending order. All right. Hi, it's Olua. How are you? Do you guys have questions for Michael? Okay, just one person is raising
I
their
think Capello
hand.
is saying something. She said, Sir Michael, it's like you were saying, I remind you when you were young. What's that?
Capello, what's your question?
You know, the funny thing is I'm actually very young.
Your very one?
I'm very young. Anyone should guess my age.
No, let's not guess your age. You. Follow, come and be asking if you are married. You are taking. I've taken you already. Uh-huh. Your guess is not correct. Don't put it in the chat. We're not going to say yes. We're not going to say no. You guys should not come and steal my man. Okay. So, Philo has something to say. Yeah, please go on. Unmute your mic and speak clearly if you are in a quiet environment.
Um, Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, Sir Michael, for the wonderful presentation. I really enjoyed it. So my question is about certifications. As someone coming from a non-technical background, it's been like, but I say a hassle, even getting feedbacks from companies because Okay, maybe because there are not enough projects on my resume, but I also believe the certifications has a role to play. So I don't know if you can weigh in on that. What certificate? I'm looking at offensive security, by the way, building skills in penetration testing. So what kind of certifications would you ask me to go for?
Okay, so me, I'm not a big fan of certification. Let me not lie to you. And any certification that I'm going for, trust me, I'm already doing that thing. I'm not a big fan of certification. Let me put it that way.
Hello.
I would not
Sorry,
say you
hold
should
on.
not take Stephanie, you saying something? I would not say you should not take certification, but I am personally not a big fan because if you have the skill, they will make exception for you. That is the thing. And I'm not talking about you speak to HR. Don't talk to HR. Talk to the technical person on that thing. Because sometimes you see those people with the certification, they don't know anything. They just come. Anybody can pass pen test plus. Anybody can pass computer security plus. Anybody can pass computer N plus or let's say A plus. Any multi-choice exam can be passed. Even CEH can be passed by anybody. But you see, real exams, even people now pay Indians to take exams for them. So you need to get your hands dirty first. Get your hands dirty first. Be very good, such that certifications look like you are just practicing. And another secret there is your knowledge as a person when you're on the job is different from the knowledge you need to pass an exam. If you are not careful, if you learn the job too much, you will be correcting what is in a certification preparation. Do you understand? So you you need to know when you need it. Like right now, I'm looking to write CISSP and CPTX, right? And the reason why I've not written CPTX is not because I don't want to write it. It's just because I feel like, okay, I think it's that time I write it now. Do you understand? I will choose CPTX over OSCP right now. Do you understand? CPTS is cheaper and it is more hands-on than OSCP. OSCP is way more expensive. Although OSCP is like hands-on. So if you're looking at penetration testing as a route, right, let's say SEC plus to start out, just because you want to have the certification, but it does not define your skill set. Just because you want to have the certification, so that when they are hiring, they won't say, oh, you can kick this person off because they don't have this. It's just, it gets you into the door. But if you think that certification is what would make you say, like someone to hire you in the business, no, 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 it's not what it's not even what will, it's not even what will put you in top 5. You understand? So that's a very simple answer.
Thank you so much, Michael. Thank you so much. So there's a question in the chat. He said, if you were to give an advice to someone who wants to start cybersecurity today, what 5 skills would you recommend they should acquire? Hard/soft skills.
I was thinking now on meeting my mic. So I don't know how to tell you this. You said top 5 skills you need. All you need is the skills that will get you the job, and it's not even 5. It's more than 5. We're talking about some skills like curiosity, resilience. Um, what else? Ability to ask questions where everything seems to be normal. You can question anything, right? You can. That those ones are soft skills. And for if you're looking into penetration testing, okay, let me. I don't know. Let me check something. Let me look at my own resume. I mean, and you see the things I can do. Maybe I can use that one to judge for you also. But let's put it this way: web application pen testing, API security assessment, which is more than just normal skills. Because if you say you want to do reconnaissance, it's under web application, it's under networking. If you say you want to do mobile application security, it's under static analysis, dynamic analysis. So do what you need to do to get the job. Do you understand? Not even just to get the job. You're curious about the job itself, about how it works. You understand? So If you take that, you will see at the end of the day, you are not counting five. You already have a lot of skill sets. Someone can make use of that. Do you understand?
All right, thank you so much. So, two persons or one now. Raising their hand. So let's take Annette.
Okay,
Hi,
my
Annette.
hi. So my question is, I'm asking for more of a perspective. So while I was getting into cybersecurity, I reached out to a certain mentor, and I told them that I wanted to go straight into offensive, but the advice was I start with defensive cybersecurity first, and then I can move into offensive. So I'm just asking if I'm just asking for Michael to give maybe more clarification on that.
Annette, are you still there?
Yes. I finished my question. Can I repeat? Or I think Michael is trying to talk, but he's muted.
No, hold on a second. Sorry, I was trying to fix something. Okay, so cybersecurity, offensive security. Now, if you're trying to get into cybersecurity, it's not offensive security is a part of cybersecurity. Let me put it that way. And I don't really understand what the person mean by, oh, you need to do cybersecurity first before you get into offensive security. Because if you come with the intention of learning cybersecurity, I think the first thing you need is introduction to cybersecurity. Now, after learning introduction to cybersecurity, you pick your pathway and you focus on it. Offensive security. Now, from there, you learn reconnaissance, information gathering, footprinting, all of that. Then you build your skill set from there. Do you understand? But cybersecurity is not separate. Offensive security is not separate. Offensive security is like a role under cybersecurity. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Michael. So let me take the fourth one, the fourth question. So somebody from the chat said, I think it's Omar Ashraf. He said, Michael, can you suggest some resources about malware reversing?
Reverse engineering. Let us do the research together so that you will know that you can do anything. Some questions is just research. So let us go together. I'll share my screen back. Let's go. If I were you and I'm trying to know about this, the first thing that will come to my mind is PDF drive. PDF drive. You look it up. Now there will be books here that you can see about this particular thing. Do you understand? What did you call it? Reverse malware. It's more like reverse engineering. Anyways, let me just read out. Reverse engineering. Oh, sorry, this is not reverse engineering. I think there is a reverse engineering for dummies. Sorry, hold on. For dummies. Let me see if there's something like that. Okay, this one. I think there's a write-up about it. Okay, this is it. So I think this one is more of a pathway in track me, but this person is explaining it. Now this content will help you. Do you understand? Then from there, you start figuring it out. That's what I can say about that. Do you understand me? Who was the person who asked the question?
Yeah, I think it's Ashraf. Yeah, Umar Ashraf.
Yeah, so just look up materials because I don't do reverse engineering. I don't do reverse engineering only if it is required for mobile application security assessment. So just look up resources and then stick to one that you feel like is okay. And then I have a lot of paid courses that I've paid for, and I just use that particular part of it. Or you can even have you tried looking at YouTube? Maybe you can reply in the chat. Have you looked up YouTube? That would also help you as well. So, and then you can also check resources on Twitter as well. Okay, Mercy says she has a book on reverse engineering and Hydra. Reverse engineering and Hydra. Well, Agile is for brute forcing, so they might be aligned. GHIDR. Oh yeah. Then okay, yeah, I agree. But when you said Agile, I was like, what's happening? Which other questions do we have? Solly Kabiru. Well, your question.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Thank you so much, sir. So my question is actually I've been reading a lot about how automated threat hunting is evolving now. So from your own
I cannot hear you.
I say I've been reading a lot about how automated threat hunting is evolving now, like AI of the thing. So I want to ask, from your own perspective, what can you suggest or predict as the future of cybersecurity regarding these threats, sir?
AI is evolving. Cybersecurity. What is the future of cybersecurity? Considering the fact that okay, new threats are coming out because AI is discovering them and all that. Let me tell you something. Cybersecurity is not going anywhere. In as much as a lot of people are trusting cybersecurity to do stuff for them, in line with AI, it's not going anywhere because you still need human intelligence to control what could be done. And this same question you asked today is the same thing I was thinking of when I was talking about enterprise agentic AI security. Because very soon, agentic AI will be a thing. Although it is happening already, but how can you tell an agent not to go access your database? How can you tell an agent not to do something? How can you even confirm that it is not doing that thing it's telling it not to do? So security around AI is a thing, and I don't think cybersecurity is going to die because of AI. No, you can't take your job if you really know what you're doing. So you should also use it as a leverage to become better and learn things in a faster way. Is that good?
Thank you so much. Thank you. I just want to take one more. So let's just close it with this question. So, as a beginner in cybersecurity, this is from Mary Judith. What signs show that I am actually improving and not just consuming information?
What shows what? Sorry.
She said, what signs show that I'm actually improving and not just consuming information?
You see, that's a very, very good question. And what really shows is in what you can do. Now, there's a thing for cybersecurity experts generally where we rely so much on technical knowledge. And this is what I mean. If you're able to do hacking, we claim that we can do hacking, but we don't know how to convert it to business knowledge. And if you are not careful, that point where you said you're consuming too much information is, the sign that you're consuming too much information is you have a lot of unfinished courses. And guess what? You still be the one telling yourself that, oh, I think I need to enroll to another course because I'm not getting everything I need here. Let me give you the secret. If you're learning Introduction to Cybersecurity, if you enroll to Introduction to Cybersecurity on Udemy, finish only that course. Don't do any other course again. Do you understand? Draft out the information you're able to get on that course because why? There will be another book, there will be another document somewhere that will tell you what's better than what you've learned. So don't stress. Just learn that one and pick up the knowledge and go. If you need to know it, you come across it, you learn it on the move. Move on to, let's say, you now say you want to move on to penetration testing and ethical hacking. Do that course alone. Just that one course. Now look at the values in those courses, in that course that you've done. Look at how you can translate it to business information and how you can tell somebody that, oh, you don't just tell somebody that, okay, I'm doing ethical hacking. No, that's not what you want to say. You want to tell the person that, oh, I am I am I protect businesses, or I help communicate technical findings to business leaders. If you understand what I'm saying. So that's the way it works. But if you say you want to, I call it information paralysis. If you over-inform yourself, you just end up on being stagnant. That's the logic. So do one thing at a time. No matter, and currently, it's very easy for you to access a lot of courses. It is very easy. Udemy would always drop vouchers, and you'll be like, "Oh, this is new." Don't stress. Once you do one course, focus on it. Finish it. When you finish that one course, move on to the next thing better than what you've learned. I had the same issue, and it's going to lead to imposter syndrome, where you feel like, okay, what do I know now? What do I know? What do I know? What do I know? That's what you keep asking yourself. That's a sign that you've been consuming too much information that you don't even need. So yeah, that's it. If you're looking to,
Thank you,
sorry, Benedict.
Michael.
I wanted to mention something. If anybody is I think on my website there should be a way to book a call. I'm not sure. Let me check. You can just send me an email. An email works. An email works. I think my LinkedIn is. Yeah, you can also come to LinkedIn as well. I'm more than happy to respond to anybody.
Okay, thank you so much, Michael. We really do appreciate you for your time. Thank you for taking our time to answer all our questions. Even though our questions are getting really, 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 really numerous, thank you for not giving up on us, okay? Please pardon them for their questions. Of course, you can actually add him on LinkedIn. Why not? But do you need permission to do that? Esther, do you want to say something?
That's the thing. You don't need permission. If Michael is not responding to you on LinkedIn, go to his comment section and drag him. If you try to do OSINT on him, you'll see his number. That is the thing. You don't need permission for me to tell me. If you're trying to get my attention, you don't need permission to come and ask me, sir, do you want to do LinkedIn? Go and do what you need to do, and eventually I will notice and I'll be like, okay, now I think I need to talk to this person. That is just it. Don't stop asking this
All
question.
right. They just want to farm you. That's how Nigerians actually act. They'll just say, sir, may you, may not, whatever. Anyway, thank you so much for joining. We really do appreciate it. And we are really behind schedule. We apologize for taking your time. We were waiting for other participants to join the call. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope we really had a session. Did we? A round of applause again for Michael, please. Yay, thank you so much. It's really an honor. Right, thank you so much, sir. We hope that we get to see you on our show again. Thank you. And we actually have come to the end of today's session. Thank you to 100 plus of you that took your time, even though some persons actually came when we said the closing prayer. I don't know what you got from that, but whatever it is, sorry, here. I said before I share voucher, 200 plus. You get that below 150. I'm looking for a voucher. See, I don't used to raise my voice on Saturdays. Edjo, not put me for talk. So thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much, Michael. Thank you, everyone. Ezekiel, please put your hands down. We're done with the session. Okay. And if you're not following me on LinkedIn, you're wrong. I don't know who else you're gonna follow if not me. I mean, why not? So I'm just gonna put my LinkedIn handle in the chat. Do well to also follow me. And if you have other questions that Michael cannot respond to, my DM is widely open. All right, thank you so much again. We appreciate you. And I hope that everybody else makes it to stage one and beyond. Remains my prayer that after all that Michael has said, you have not just the drive, but the staying power to push further to the end. Thank you so much for your time. All right. Michael's name on LinkedIn, okay, his handle, Michael Adeyanju. Michael Adeyanju, yeah, that's his name, right? Adeyanju. That's his that's how it's spelled. So thank you so much. All right. Bye everyone. Why are you threatening me with voucher first? If you don't want to follow me, please rest. Okay. Yeah, Michael just sent his link to you. So you can actually just do that. Just click on it and instantly follow. Yeah, I think that works fine. Okay, Leko said he already followed you. That's cool. Okay. All right. Bye, everyone. See you on Monday. Bye, Pookies. Elijah, my muse. Bye. Sakalo, bye. Prince, bye. Lucky, bye. Wish you bye. Stephanie, bye. Bye, y'all. Peter Favor, Blessing, bye. Liquor, bye, my love. I love you guys bunches. Bye. Emmanuel, bye. What's to me, bye. You guys have energy. I love the energy actually. Don't worry, just save your energy for Tuesday. Okay, we're gonna be having a very sweet session on Tuesday. And you didn't live up to the promise. I said 200 participants and we had just 103. So sorry. Everybody's leaving. You not follow them and go. They're asking for a voucher. Good night, good morning, good evening, wherever you're hearing me from. Caleb, bye. Mano, bye. Shadrach, bye. Bye, my loves. Bye.